Hello and welcome to episode 12 of series 6 of Master League Story Mode. Yes, I'm back. As quickly as that. Well, I assume it may have been fairly close to the last episode. Who knows at this stage for me, and also for you, I guess. It's pretty random, but enjoy what you can get when you get it. That's exactly my approach to life right now, and I'm going to enjoy, hopefully, some more Master League today. Interesting thing for this episode is this is the first episode post-patch, and yeah. I think it's going to be more difficult. That's my prediction now at this stage. Most of the gameplay improvements, I think, will have a bigger effect on our opposition than it will on us. Obviously, we're on an incredible run of wins at the moment, but I expect things to get harder, which is good. It needs to be harder. We've got one of the best teams, sure, in Serie B. I think we probably do deserve to be top 4. But today's game is going to be a huge test as we go up against third place Vittoria. And we do invite them, luckily, to the Majestoso, because it's a long journey. But anyway, we'll get into that. Vittoria are really established and historically high-performing side, and they're going to be looking to get back into Serie A after being relegated. Although in the last episode we played a relegated Serie A team and we beat them 4-0, so yeah, who knows. But as I said, I think things could be more difficult. But before we get going though, I was having a little look through the transfer list for Brazilian players just ahead of the transfer window, which isn't far away. You guys obviously are absolutely welcome to do this. I reckon if you simmed one season of the Brazil Serie B with any side, and then at this stage roughly that we're at, went and look at all the transfer listed Brazilian players under 72 rating, you'd get exactly the same list. There may be some slight variations, I guess, between yours and my Master League, but I think it'd be pretty similar. So I'd love you to go through this list and have a look and see if there's anyone in there that you think we might be interested in signing. We've got enough transfer budget and salary budget probably to sign a transfer listed player of this quality. And I had a quick look through and I've seen one player here, 69 rated, currently playing in the Belgian league for St Truden, Alan Souza. Only 22 years old, can play in a number of different positions, primarily though as a striker. He's a fox in the box, but I think he's got some really interesting stats. Top of the list, a little bit concerning, is his offensive awareness is only 61, which for a fox in the box is strange, but he's got other attributes that I think make him really interesting signing. Obviously really good on the ball, tight possession, dribbling, ball control, all looking good and all likely to improve. Passing, not great. We can maybe sneak his low pass up to 70 and that would be manageable. 81 finishing, boom! This guy is an excellent goal scorer already at 22 years old. Weird again to see that combined with such a low offensive awareness, but I think it could be very effective anyway, and he's got decent kicking power. It's a little bit weak, balance isn't amazing, but his straight line speed, 80, 84 acceleration, lovely stuff. And then loads of player skills, and if dribbling has improved slightly with this new patch, he could be deadly. But we've seen even with Oliveira, a player with even decent footwork, can still exploit defences, can still beat players in PES 2020, which is certainly more difficult than it was last year, but not impossible. So I really like him. I think he'd be excellent. We're going to add him to the list. Let me know what you guys think, and as I said, feel free to go through. Is that Oliveira? Is that our Oliveira there? Yeah, there he is. Look, just a few down there. Is he transfer listed? What? Let's quickly check that out. May have done that at the beginning, not realising how good he was going to be. Where is he? There he is. Yep, he's transfer listed. Okay, stop that. Stop that now. That can go. When's his contract expiring? 2020, so next year. So we do need to have a look at him. We certainly need to do a few renegotiations. I'm not going to do that now. I don't have time. But we don't want Oliveira leaving. Reminder of the scouting. We're looking for a winger. Yeah, we probably do need some help for Asano out there. Attacking mid, yes, maybe. We do need a defensive mid at some point because Luis Carlos, who's been good, is leaving at the end of the season. He's on a loan. As is Reginaldo, the centre-back. Is he our other important loan? Yes, he is. So we're going to need to replace them. Reginaldo is going to be a big ask to replace because he's been massive for us, both literally and in terms of effect. He's a big old lad. We did have a message at the end of the last episode, club ranking, monthly report. We've done that. But obviously for now, we just need to make our way into the transfer window, and maybe we do need to look at renewing contracts now. Anyway, let's see what happens. Hopefully we hear back from the scout with some good options. So our first transfer window is upon us, and we get to hear from Angry Phil Collins again. Coffee's flowing, of course. And he wants to know if we can maintain this forward momentum. Well, it seems like we can. Of course, we'll give it our all depending on how the patch has affected our gameplay, which is not something that Zika would be saying, but it's certainly something I'm a little bit worried about. And yeah, we're into the transfer window. I guess now really is the time to look at renegotiations. There's people coming back. They want to sign new contracts. We haven't renewed Diego Renan, and we have had a 13 million bid in for him. Would clear 1.3 mil from the annual salary budget. It's very tempting with Abner's increasing use. He's certainly not going to be as big a miss as we might have originally thought. He's got an 18 million release fee. Let's just try and negotiate a little bit more from him here. We want closer to the... Oh, they're not... What? Why is that not going up? Apparently his release fee is only 14.8. Must have read that wrong. Okay, well we want at least 14 point... Yeah, that's fine. We want the release fee. Now Brodge, again another player who, bizarrely, it sort of feels like we can do without. Again, that's another fairly weighty salary off the books. 10 million for him. Obviously, we don't want to lose either of these two on a free, so we probably should renew their contracts, or at least try to. We'll allow Diego Renan the extra 3,000 that he wanted. That's not a huge difference. And Brodge is only after an extra 20,000 himself for another year, so we can, yeah, we're happy to accept that. We don't need to argue. Another 3 grand. At least they're being reasonable. You know, they're older players. They don't mind. It's good. It's good. Now Ivan, we certainly want to keep hold of him. He wants an extra 100,000, and he wants a 6 million release fee. That's an absurd. He's only worth 3.9 million. Yeah, I keep forgetting. You know, he's not a Brazil international. He's only 71 rated in this. In real life, he's certainly worth a lot more than that. I'd be surprised if he doesn't move from Ponte Preta soon enough. It'd be a shame to lose him for 6 million. We'll give it to you, Ivan. We don't mind that. We'll be getting some salary off the books. That's fine. It's quite good that you can just accept what they're after. Was that like that last year? I can't remember. Renan Fonseca, 900,000. What does he want? He wants less salary. He's a good backup. He's an able replacement if needed. He's 29 years old. Get another year out of him, I guess. Accept that. Gerson McGraw, we haven't played him at all. He is 34 years old. We'll absolutely snap Segrin Naluka's hand off for that 6 mil for him, and 999,000 off the salary budget, so we will accept that quite happily, and our first outward transfer of the window takes place, and our budget is looking good now. It's looking healthy. The money that comes in during the season, I mean, that's how things work now. You don't get a big boost at the end of the season. You get little drips of, I think we got almost $1 million salary budget at one point, which in this league, absolutely fine. That's, you know, that's a whole player's worth of salary for a year. So that comes in, all the TV revenue and that stuff comes in gradually. And it's nice to get it now, actually. We can use it, obviously, rather than to wait to the end of the season. We get it in this window. Luis Ricardo, there's interest in him. He is our backup right back, and we do sort of need him. Giovanni. So we could keep hold of Giovanni, and then he becomes the backup for Diego Renan. Get 13 million for, or 14 million. I'll leave that. Oh, and Oliveira wants to join another club. What? No! No! Renew contract. Right. That's... We need to give him the big bucks here. That's ridiculous. No, I mean, he's playing so well, you can sort of understand that he'd be pushing for a move. Oh, I'm gutted. Matthias. No. I mean, we're happy to offer him 895 grand, I think. Very least we want to be able to get a fair amount for him. 13 mil. That's interesting. So, Oliveira, potentially want-away Oliveira. He's had a breakout few games, a 22-year-old looking excellent, scoring goals, assisting goals. Now potentially already had his head turned by Serie A clubs perhaps, or maybe even further afield. Oh no, don't do that to us, Ollie. Right, anyway, you know, we can replace him. No man is bigger than this club. Marquinhos isn't bothered, he wants to join another club, that's fine. Not going to stand in your way there, mate. We've been offered 700,000 for Lincoln. We might as well just get him off the books. Certainly not going to be featuring. And Janino as well. looking to join another club. Going to be very interesting to see what's happening with Matthias. I mean, I guess as far as he knew, he was still on the transfer list. Obviously, he wasn't. That is an oversight there from Zico. Admin error. So actually, I think I'm just going to go straight ahead and put in a bid for... where is he? Alan Souza. Oh, he's just gone up to 70. He's improving. That's good to know. I'm sure he was 69 a minute ago. More than 17 million for him, though. Lease fee is 19 million. I think we'll go in at 17. He's happy to move. He's obviously not getting much playing time there. Could probably get him for a fairly decent salary. He's going to be back up, maybe pushing Marinson, maybe pushing Brodge, depending on how things go for that starting spot. He's a different striker to those two. He's tricky and he's a really, really good finisher. I just like the spread of stats. I really do. We'll give him a win bonus as well. See how that goes. So now is certainly the time to go and look at free agents again. Has anyone popped into there that we missed or could be interested in? Rodolfo, 37-year-old. Some very old players in here. Junior Santos. I think we saw him before. Yeah, he's decent. We're looking for a winger. Or a central mid might do. Nothing really standing out in there. Obviously, you guys can see who I'm looking at as well. Bobo. No. But as I said, as you can see, you know, if you want to go and research any of those players and let me know that I've missed one, I'm happy to have a look at them. Martinelli on loan. I think we tried. He wasn't interested in coming to Brazil. Fair enough. He's already settled in London. Probably not even worth making any more loan bids at this stage in the season. I don't think we need them, personally. Brenner, though, is a player who I think is also transfer listed. And a 19-year-old striker who's quick, 74 finishing. Decent part. He's similar to Alan Souza, but he's got better offensive awareness and good balance as well. What sort of money are they looking for him? No, way too much. So I think that's about all we can really do without using the scouts. I don't think any of the linked teams for Zico are going to have players that will be interested in moving. So we'll just keep cracking on. Hopefully we do hear back from the scouts. We didn't have anything from the scouts, did we? No. Any messages? June's earnings, we can look at that. Training report. Ravini's still improving. That's surprising. Bit disappointing that none of our main players are there, but fine. Best 11 of the month, well, Abner makes it in, unsurprising, and 6 players in total. I mean, just wish you could press X on this. It just seems like the simplest thing. I know a lot of you complained. It's just crazy. Hang on. Vargas and Marilison's contracts do need looking at. I didn't see them. Renew his contract fast to stop excessive salary demands. Okay, so it runs out in 2021 though. Don't think we need to do that now, do we? Vargas as well, 2021. Yeah, that's weird. Interesting bit of advice. Might be missing something there, but anyway, let's keep moving. Quick look at the budget report for July. I see an extra 248,000 in there. We've lost a little bit through contract option payments in the transfer budget. Yeah, we're ticking along nicely. New message to look at here. Obviously, Lincoln and Gerson McGraw leaving. No big problem with that. And a quick look at June's team of the month, and black and white all over the place there. Looking good. Vittoria, who are about to play, their centre-back was in there, so he's obviously been doing well. Everyone for the Black Bridge doing very nicely. So, another cutscene. What's this? Negotiations with Alan Souza are moving along nicely, but I think we can push him to agree terms that are a little more favourable to us. Okay, I mean, we undercut him massively on salary, but fine. It's not a problem. Let's go back to the negotiating table. Alright, I mean, I don't really think Zico would be doing this negotiating anyway, but fine. APC wants us to have another go, which I'm fine with, I guess. So was it the personal terms or the transfer fee that we wanted to get down? Alright, we'll try 15 mil. We'll up the selling onto 15. 571,000 salary is tiny. Absolutely tiny. We'll whack up the goal bonus and take a little bit off, I guess. Mind giving him a big goal bonus. Don't mind improving the win bonus either. If Angry Phil Collins has fucked this for us by making us renegotiate, when we probably would have been happy to take that, to be honest, then I'm not going to be pleased. Not going to be pleased, especially if someone else snaps him up. I think he's a real talent. Back to my team and... Oh, no. It's broken down again. He's probably considering his options, including a transfer to another team. Oh, don't really want to be losing him. We can't really cash in on him either. His release fee is only 13 mil. Why doesn't he want to go for that? Maybe we'll be able to convince him later on, but it does look like he wants to leave. Well, I hope it's to a big club, Matthias, and I hope you don't care that you're breaking my heart and breaking the Ponte Bretano's collective hearts after the way you've been playing. Oh, come on. It's Frank Honorat all over again, isn't it? We give him a stage, we believe in him, we play him. Zico trusts him, fathers him like a lost son, and this is how he repays us. Well, we'll assume that maybe he'll change his mind and we'll keep playing him. I don't think we need to freeze him out yet. Let me know what you think in the comments. We're slowly making our way, only onto the 7th day of the transfer window. And there's another cutscene. Oh, come on. So, he's not happy. I mean, you weren't specific in... Yes, I am aware. So that's broken down then. Son of a bitch! Well, let me just go back in for him. You're making it seem like a really big deal. What do you want from us? Don't understand. Key member of the squad at his club now. He's on the transfer list, you... Sons of... It's really starting to go horribly wrong, isn't it? At least there's no other teams interested in him. We'll go back in for him. That is not a problem at all. What the fuck are the scouts doing as well? Backroom staff just not doing as good a job as the playing staff are doing on the pitch. The negotiations and the scouts have finally returned. Hopefully something of interest. Some very low rated wingers there. Oh, unbelievable. He's 75 rated. And some central midfielders who are all too highly rated. Oh, I mean, anyone who watched the last series, Marcelo Bielsa series, will know all about this man. Still only 22 years old. Still playing in Argentina in this reality. Oh, and he's just as good as I remember. He would tear Serie B up, but unfortunately he's well out of reach for now. But we will add him to our list of players. We don't go back as a rule, but gotta say I'm tempted. Actually, there's some more players in there, aren't there? Quite a few more players to look at. Panalano was already in there. He actually combines decent balance, speed, good passer. 23 years old. Certainly be interested in making a bid for him, seeing if we can get him cheaply. He's, you know, the club looks like they want to sell. He's happy to leave. We'll just lowball all around. Could be a good bit of backup. Not sure Eduardo's got a long-term future in that role. And with Oliveira on the way out, we do need to make signings. What's his finishing like? 72 finish? Yeah, he's good actually. He's good. He could make us forget Theus very quickly. No one else in there of interest. Wouldn't Juan Brunetta be the tonic to that problem? Let's just take a look at these wingers. Let's just humour them. 68 rated. No, we can do better than that, I'm sure. And the centre mids all look good. Herrera, oh yeah, he's good. He's great. Look at that defensive awareness as well. Fairly tall, strong, good passer. 73. He's just out of reach. Just out of our reach for now. I mean, just on the off chance that someone makes it to 73 during this window, I think we put a 15 mil bid in for him. Can he play defensive mid as well? We'll take a look at that. Again, we'll just lowball because they're interested in general. Yeah, he can play defensive mid, can play centre mid, box to box. Only 21 years old. He's a piece of class, that. Real piece of class, but out of our reach for now. I think out of our reach, yeah. None of these 72 rate. Well, Bruno Avini did improve. Asano could improve as well. Bruno Avini may be our best chance. He's 28 years old though. See, everyone in the 72s not likely to improve. Eduardo might sneak up. But in terms of, yeah, it's Abner or Ivan. They're the players who could be reaching 75 plus with a dramatic improvement, maybe a little bit more. They are our two best prospects. For now, Bruno Avini maybe. We're probably unlikely to hit 73 to be honest, unless we sign a good 72 rated youngster. Slow progress there. Look at the messages. Oh, we have received an offer for Oliveira. Shit. So we have had the offer. Need to go and have a look at that. But we don't need to sell him now. His contract hasn't expired. Yes, the danger would be that he gets to the point where it has expired and then we lose any money for him. But as it is, I think we can play hardball with him, can't we really? End this negotiation. Actually, how much were they offering? 7 mil. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for those sort of peanuts. We're going to say, no, you're not going anywhere. Transfer policy is, yeah, not interested. Not interested. Offer for Joao Carlos. Don't even know who you are, so we can probably say goodbye to you. Alisson has had an offer from Lens. Wow. I mean, that would be a great step up for him. In a way, I'd be happy for him, but in another way, he is our striker at the moment. Pereira. That's big money. That's big money. 4 million. On top of the 19 million we offered. We can afford it. We'd rather not. Juan Alano, unfortunately, hasn't gone well. Look at this. The Pereira is the one that we can't actually sign at the moment. Wish we could. Alano we liked. Didn't fancy it. Fine, fair enough. We do have the option now to give another go to Oliveira at trying to renew his contract. We'll offer him the full whack. We'll give him an 11 mil release fee. And we'll just give him a load of bonuses. Because it's not a huge amount. We'll give an appearance bonus as well. Just keep chipping away. Make him feel wanted. He was on the transfer list until a couple of days ago. So maybe, maybe it's fair enough. Let's keep going. So 3 days later. Oh, and Oliveira's accepted his contract extension. Great. Okay, well, that's fine. He kicked off a little bit there. It's sort of a Wayne Rooney going to the press saying he wants to move just so he can get an increased contract. Fair play. You played us like an old fiddle there, and you've played it very well. And you come away with a significant improvement to your salary, almost double. But you deserve it, and we're not going to argue with you on that one. And it's good to see you as part of this club long term, even if he isn't the starting attacking midfielder. We certainly don't want to be letting a 22-year-old with stats like that go anywhere. So good to see that after Zico came out, maybe had a word with him, but also categorically said he is not for sale. It only took an extra 400,000 to convince him to stay. Good. So now the dust has settled a bit. I think we're going to go back in for Alan Souza. Hopefully he hasn't moved anywhere. No, he's still there. Let's take another go at that. Take another crack at him. I think we just trigger his release fee. Fuck it. We've got cash, we've got players we can sell to finance this. And he is interested, so we can afford that. 3 year, big old goal bonus, healthy win bonus. We want you at the club. Hopefully the owner, or whoever he is, the director, doesn't get involved in this and fuck things up like he did last time. And let's keep moving. Let's see how that goes. Has he been attracted by the new bid? Yep, that's gone through. Thiago Real has had an offer from Japan, interesting. Hoping we sell him cheap now that he's past his prime. No, he's good for us. We don't want Thiago to leave. He's a great person and a great experienced pro for Oliveira to learn from, and he's still doing a really good job, I would say. First of all, let's go and look at Alan Souza. 19 mil. It's a low release fee of 19 mil. No, that is his release fee now. What does he want? 22, so at least it's more than we paid for him. He's taking a salary cut as well to move from Belgium back to his native Brazil. 19 million. Well, we'll leave that there, and I'd love to get your opinions on him in the comments. Obviously, as I said, only his offensive awareness really worries me. It'd be difficult to build that up, but yeah, not sure. Pereira, oh God, I wish we could sign him. I really do. He's brilliant, and we'd quite happily break the bank for him. But it really is a right winger that we could do with some backup for. So let's just go and take a look at all Brazilian right wingers and see if there's anything. I guess we want someone in a league similar to us. And actually, just to slim things down out of 272, we'll do this by ability. I do enjoy doing this. I think we'd like someone who could cross from this position. It's not essential. Asano, not a very good crosser, but I think 73 would be great. I think we want someone who is quick. So if we could get 78 speed, a decent crosser, I think that'd be enough. There's only 7 of them. Okay, yeah, maybe asking a bit much. So we've got Lorenzo. Oh, look at this guy. Hioran, 26. Dodo. It's a player we looked at actually. I think he might, I don't know. Yeah, I think he is one of our scouted players. Got gamesmanship, aka diving. But anyway, let's take a look at the top here. Lorenzo. I do like Hioran. Is he real? An attacking mid, he can play as a winger. He's quick, good finisher, decent balance. What's his problem? It's a super sub. Interested to see what we could negotiate with him. Yeah, the problem is he's not transfer listed, and it's going to be very hard to deal with any players who aren't transfer listed. See if any of them, there's one transfer listed player amongst that list. It's Rodrigo Gallo, 33-year-old at Monaco. We convinced him to come back to Brazil, can play it right back as well. He can play in a lot of positions, actually really well. Good passer, still quick for a 33-year-old. I'm 33, I can still get about. Not as quick as I was when I was 20, but yeah, it's always been one of my attributes that I don't think is a hell of a lot slower. I like him. But can we convince him to come from Monaco? They're not impressed at the moment. I mean, do you even need the money? He's not impressed either. But I can offer you something. Good squad player. Worth a crack, hey? Worth a go. As I said though, would love you all to go out and have a look. Do some advanced searching of your own. Find me some players. Happy to read any suggestions. But no, Rodrigo Gallo. So yeah, it's a big step down, isn't it? But he's an old player. Could we not convince him to come back to a team on the up in Brazil? Maybe we could, maybe we couldn't. We'll leave that for now. Hopefully the scouts will have something else for us of interest before the end of the window. So finally into the first game of this episode. I think it's going to be the only game, I'm afraid, as we take on third place Vitória, who are on the back of a 3-match winning streak. That's a nice bit of information to have. I like that. Obviously we're on the back of now I've lost count winning streak. So yeah, how about those onions, Vitória? Let's get into it. So as I said, first game post-patch. This could be interesting. I've absolutely no idea how this is going to go. But what I do have an idea about is that Marilison has to start. As does recent contract signee, Matheus Oliveira. He kicked up a bit of a stink. Was it worth us really putting that much money down for a 69 rated attacking midfielder? Look, stats mean nothing when it comes to Big Ollie. He's performed way above his level. And Abner, I think he starts over Diego Renan, regardless of form at the moment. Asano, he's in great form, scoring goals, everyone else is looking good. Really need a 73 rated player. Sometimes you get a sneaky one that's 73 in here but not on the list, but I don't think we do have any of those, unfortunately. Quick look at Vitória. As we said, they're a recently relegated side, so they're likely to have some good players. A very small squad, very small indeed, but a smattering of 70 rated players. Sort of similar to us really, I think, in terms of quality. Playing quite a conservative formation, essentially 5 in the midfield. Just one lone striker. As we said, they are on a 3-win streak, so yeah, this should be a good one. Should be a classic at the Majestoso. And it is a long journey down from Salvador in the northeast of Brazil for Vitória. It would take about a day to drive, apparently, so I'm guessing that's 24 straight. Oh no, it's 26 hours actually. So they would have flown, I guess. Probably. No, they must have done, surely. Or a very long coach journey anyway. Will that affect them? Possibly. So as I said, they've just been relegated from Serie A. They're a team with a really quite incredible history, especially a real history of developing young players. Bebeto, Dida, Junior, Vampeta, Hulk, David Luiz and Gabriel Paulista. We're all in the Vitória youth system at some point. I don't know if there are that many big clubs in the north of the country. I'm sure I'd be proven wrong, but we haven't had any games with any teams from anywhere near this far away before. So maybe they are like a northern powerhouse, attracting a lot of the really good players from that area. But they're certainly a big team with a big history, and this should be a good test. So I literally haven't played any games since the patch has been installed. This could go badly wrong. As I said, I'm expecting things to be more difficult. Some of the things that have been improved are the AI's ability to switch players, the AI's ability to react to loose balls. We've certainly scored some goals where the defenders on the opposing side have just reacted so slowly, so that may well have been ironed out. I think this could be difficult. Let's find out. Oh, Luis Carlos with the interception. And now Asano. Nice turn from him into the path of Thiago Real. Oh, steps away from Fabrizio, and Arnaldo's there on the overlap. Time to get his head up, put a ball in, looking for Marilison. He's there. Real. Oh, that's too flashy, but Igor just about wins it. We can keep the pressure on here with Arnaldo. Another chance to whip a ball into the box. Goes near post this time, looking for Asano. Can't connect. Carlos now into Thiago Real. Back inside to Oliveira. Don't know how the fans will be feeling about him after the contract negotiations. Very public disagreements with the club. Ronaldo now. Clever ball into Asano. To the line here, can he get the ball in? Oh, that's great defending from Vittoria. Just on the half an hour mark here, we've really not done much. That was very nearly a good opportunity. Thiago Real. It's it deep, Oliveira. Vini will keep it alive, out to Igor. He's got a chance to hit one here. Straight at Gabriel, no problems there. Ball in, punched away. Oh, Arnaldo does really well. 42 minutes on the clock here. Could we have a goal on the break? Looks inside for Thiago Real. He's got Marison ahead of him. Marison's made a good run. That wasn't the ball we wanted there, fuck's sake. And that's half-time here at the Moises Lucarelli. Only one shot in the game so far. We have controlled possession as usual, but as I expected, it has been more difficult, certainly. Although it's a difficult team, it's one of the better teams in the league. Maybe this is just about how you would expect it to go. We need to be more creative, we need to be a little bit more direct, we need to use the wings as much as possible. We need to get Abner involved again. Let's do this. Comes Abner. Oh, lovely little drop of the shoulder there. Can he get away from Gomez? Rides the challenge as well. Still Abner now. Has to cut back to Real. Out to Arnaldo. Started again here, but Igor's looking for a ball over the top into Arnaldo, who's continued his run. Good first touch. Oh, he somehow bundled it in. A player who we've seen very little of in the attacking third in this series. Arnaldo gets his first goal. A little bit of luck to that, but he knew what he wanted to do. He laid the ball off and he just kept going. And it was Igor who put a hopeful ball, an optimistic ball into the box. And the Vittoria defenders didn't deal with it. Abner with some great play down the left-hand side. We recycled it. And then Arnaldo just a little touch off the ear maybe, and then somehow half controlled it. It came off the keeper's something. Ended up going in. Igor, nothing particularly beautiful about that ball. Just putting it into a dangerous area. Shrugs off the player. It's off the thigh, I think, of the keeper. And we've got our goal here at the Majestoso. Can we keep going now? Sierra sees the overlapping run of Andrigo. That's a good ball. He comes onto that at pace. Abner looking to hold him up. Does well, but Andrigo now into the box. Gomez with the effort, and that's a good finish. And Vittoria strike back instantly. Abner just didn't deal with the problems there down that right-hand side. Looked like he'd done all right. Held him up here. Put a body on him, but he just shrugged him off. That's poor. The ball inside, and that's a very, very good finish. And it's honours even here instantly. And we've got some work to do. Luis Carlos now. Ball into Thiago Real. Looking for Marison, who's been anonymous in this game so far. He's going to have a chance here. Onto his right, straight at the keeper. No, Marison. It's been an incredible goal scoring form. You didn't expect him to do that. Now Abner. To link up with Oliveira, lovely work. Now Abner into the box. Low ball in, looking for Asano. It's the wrong ball. And Asano's been penalised there for something. For what? For what? For what? That's... just shut up. Avini steps in with authority, wins that back. And Asano finds Igor. Arnaldo's made a great run here. Can he find a Kuma Asamo? He can. Lovely touch. Oh, and Real's there to tap it in. And we get the second. But hang on. Is the linesman going to ruin our day? No, he's not. Thiago Real is awarded the goal. My mind went a blank there. I don't know quite what happened commentary-wise. But it was a good bit of build-up, really. Arnaldo into Asano. Good touch away from his man. Tests the keeper. Real, right place, right time. He couldn't miss there as it fell to him kindly. And we're back ahead here. Arnaldo's had a great game today. Asano, lovely first touch. He's got that acceleration just to create separation between him and the defender. Gets the shot off, far too close to the keeper. Calls for offside, ignored, waved away. And we're back ahead here. Carlos, that's a good ball out to Ricardo. Substitute right back finds Eduardo, the other substitute. He'll cut inside. Looks for Marison, it's a great ball. And the finish is wide. Marison can't keep his goal-scoring run going in the 87th minute. Hopefully, it won't be too much of a problem. Good work from Eduardo. Steps inside of his man. Finds a great ball inside to the former striker in Serie B. Couldn't finish it off. Unlucky. Oliveira can look first time here for Marison. Still could be a chance for him to get his goal today. That's good defending. Oh, Renan's snuck in, won it back here. Marison pokes it in, looking for Asano, just out of reach. And that is pretty much all we've got time for today. Just 3 minutes left on the clock here. Will Vittoria get another chance? They may do here, but no, Reginaldo. Strong as an... Oh, never a free kick. Well, one final chance here for the visitors. Vittoria have Nixon over this one. Just over a minute and a half left as it's floated into the box. Luis Carlos gets a touch. Nixon will move it on though. Now Anarigo, no, Eduardo's there to win it back. He'll drive forward here. Marilison could still get his goal today. Eduardo steps inside. It does fall to Marilison. He is pushed off it, but it won't matter here. And we get a free kick. Come on, we're actually done here, lads. We don't mind. Eduardo could pull something special out of the bag here, or we could just chip it into the space. Probably the wise move. Eduardo looking for Marilison. It's not to be, but it doesn't matter. And Ponte Preta's incredible winning streak continues against a proper promotion rival, and post-patch as well. It certainly felt more difficult. The AI did feel more intelligent. I've personally been enjoying the gameplay. I think a lot of the complaints about PES 2020 gameplay has been from online players. I've been having a lovely time, and that seems to be continuing. Although it was difficult, but it's a difficult side, so I'm not entirely sure that's the reason. Thiago Real in the goals. Actually pretty lucky goals, both of them, really. But we'll certainly take them. We'll certainly take them. Actually, they were both really lucky, weren't they? Sort of bobbles and some lucky touches, but we keep winning. That's the key. And Curitiba drop points to São Bento, and we take a 5-point lead ahead of second place. Lovely work. We're absolutely storming away from 5th place as well. So there we are. I mean, that's going to be the end of this episode. We spent so much time messing around with transfers that I've been doing this for way longer than I had time for. Quick look at the messages now. Scout's back. Marilison's out till August. Fine. Well, maybe we do look to bring in Alan Souza a bit quicker, but we do have Brodge, so it's not really a huge concern. Actually, it's probably only a few days, isn't it, really? We'll look at the Scouts in the next episode. How long is he out for? 1 week. Nay bother. And we've got Brodge. So, we keep winning. It wasn't pretty, but we did it. I think there's going to be tough tests for the rest of the season. So next episode we've got a couple of games. We're not even going to be getting to transfer deadline day. That's not for a good few episodes more yet. So we can take our time in this window. Let me know what you think about Alan Souza, about some of the other signings we've got lined up, where we should be looking. And I'll see you in a bit.